So in my last video, I probably put it up like a minute ago. I talked about the history of like marijuana, why racism fed into how marijuana is viewed today, how it fed into how the legal system developed around marijuana and all that stuff. And we talked about um, Sha'Carri Richardson, and how she might not be able to run her event because she tested positive for marijuana, a drug that doesn't enhance performance. It doesn't give any advantage whatsoever, other than it might help her relax every once in a while. It's not it's less dangerous than things like alcohol, even less dangerous than like allergy medicine, if you really want to get down to it. But yeah, she might miss her event in the Olympics due to that. And it made me think of Stephen A. Smith, who has this big funny joke that he does, where he basically makes fun of athletes that get suspended for smoking marijuana and testing positive for marijuana. And I'm going to show you what he says. I'm sure everybody has seen this already, but he goes into the camera and he yells, "Get off the weed." Quick cut right here.
Weed. You come on now, and then you come on TV, and you come on national TV. Oh, Stephen A., he gotta look out. Look out for what?
Season-long suspension for positive marijuana test.
Weed? Weed? Really? You can't smoke weed. Period. Weed.
And you can make an argument, like, hey, be smarter. You might be getting tested for drugs. Maybe don't smoke a while before your competition. But dude, who knows why it was in her system? Maybe she freaking took some CBD that was that showed up some THC. Maybe she had a medical pack. Maybe maybe she did smoke. Who cares? This shouldn't be an issue whatsoever. It's not done with any other substance. But like I said in the other video, there are a lot of racist reasons why marijuana was considered so dangerous. In the same classification as heroin, as meth, as cocaine, as all this stuff. There are racist reasons it was considered that dangerous. There is no evidence that it's dangerous. You drive better if you're high versus drunk. Alcohol is more dangerous. And this entire thing is just big R racism, okay? And Stephen A. Smith has gotten on the TV for the past like 5 years. And it is funny. It's funny. He's a funny guy. But it's not really funny when you really put it into context. And I think he does it because it's good for the ratings, it's good for the show. He's done an interview before where he said, "My only goal when I wake up is to make sure my bosses are taken care of." So he is here to serve somebody other than himself because he knows it'll benefit him in the end. If he benefits his owners, which he calls them his owners, if he benefits his owners, then they'll pay him more money in the future. So stuff like get off the weed, if he wants to ignore how marijuana has affected black people in this country after the initial war on drugs, leading up to now, how the war on drugs has carried through to today. And if we want to ignore the entire context of history, I guess his joke's funny. But like, it's really upsetting that he'll like keep this joke going. It stops being funny once people realize what's really going on here.
Stay off the weed. Who are you, Snoop Dogg in the green room? I mean, what the hell is going on? You want to sit there and stay on the weed, and you can't stay off the weed. It's stay off the weed.
And like I said, you can say, don't smoke marijuana when you know you're going to get a test. People do it for jobs all the time, but he shouldn't end it with "get off the weed," as if this is some type of moral failing or something that's wrong. It's not wrong to smoke weed. I don't smoke weed. I don't drink. I don't do anything. But I'm not dumb. I look at the facts and I make decisions based off that. It's totally okay to smoke weed. After Stephen A. does this, he needs to go into a more nuanced conversation for at least a little bit. Say, "Get off the weed." By the way, it's pretty bullshit that marijuana is put into these categories. It's pretty crazy that marijuana is classified federally in the same level as crack cocaine and heroin and meth and all that stuff. You can do both. You can be a funny guy and also tie it back to reality.
Duh. Millions of dollars, and you can't stay off the weed. Get off the weed because you
And
want
I
to.
understand personal responsibility and all that stuff, But you can do both. Again, personal responsibility and fix systemic issues. That's what we're all about. Multiple solutions. Be nuanced. Don't be stuck in a box, Stephen A. But anyway, I hope she gets to run. Sha'Carri Richardson. She is a great runner, great sprinter. Yeah. Please consider subscribing to this channel. Break the cycle. Go down on Facebook and Twitter and all that stuff and subscribe there, please, too. Join me for other topics and all that stuff. We're just going to be chatting about news here in a very, very amazing, casual, relaxing way with my bedsheet looking thing behind me. If you want to help get rid of the bedsheet, please consider becoming a $1 patron on patreon.com. And if you are a patron on there, you can message me directly and yell at me and tell me what kind of perks you want as a patron. That all goes to new webcam, new camera. I want a real camera. I have a webcam right now, but a real camera and a real background so we can start looking more professional. Professional around here. We got to look more professional. Get off the weed.